Falcon, Dunsmuir, Scotland. Never mind diurnal, I know you seize the day, calculate fly time to the fraction of a wink. Those unblinking, gold-flecked eyes measure the hare's gait from half a mile. Wing swing, dive, thunderbolt of notched beak, quick to the back, snapping it. It's what you dream at night, I want to know. How sleep hones precision. Below, the darkened field of oil seed rape or gorse, the tremble of a stalk, the twitching ears, the scurry. You know the carrion's mind or spine, how to break each one precisely. A kind of nocturnal practice for a clean kill, not sport, not human fantasies splayed, hooded black or red, on a concrete floor, like those, say, in Abu Ghraib. The word saignant in it means bloody, but it's used in France when you want to order something. Medium rare, and the name of the poem is Medium Rare. The farmyard fence, chickens, beyond a grazing herd, think warm, think brown, think white, think black and furry. Say hen, say egg, say moo. Think sirloin, think skirt steak, saignon, blood pooling in rivulets under potatoes, the mica glint of fat globules, a sauce piquante spooned over slices through a surfeit of grease. I swallow, you swallow, we swallow. Please get down on your hands and knees to avoid something unpleasant, though the menu says the meat is killed humanely. The tabletop's a little high, brown steer hide pulled tight. A four-legged waitress offers us today's special. Human belly with sauce piquante. Fatty female said to be the cruelest cut, also the most tender. Steer hide on the tabletop, pulled tight. Skin-thin lampshades. Fat globules. Soap. The farmyard fence, chickens, goats, beyond a grazing herd. Please stand tall now. The steer and cow are standing too, taller than you, and they're walking your way. In Waziristan, near the mountains, soldier Lars from Iowa, now barely 19, he said hen, said egg, said moo, captured, beheaded. Think sirloin, think skirt steak. I swallow, you swallow, we swallow. Our bill handed to us the way bills always are. CT abdomen, with and without IV contrast. We worried boys would see through our flimsy voile dresses, and we loved their cling. Worried our nipples or something more might show. We wanted boys to see through the flimsy voile, but not all the way to the barely healed scars, the wounded feelings, the way we were oh so much less than, though we acted oh so much more than, talked of Albee and Beckett, not a lot, but as though. And later the boys came breath close, and they tasted our hearts. It was not easy. Given the choice today, Wednesday, I'll take my CT scan neat, without contrast, and this time, please, skip the evidence of flaw, now posted public knowledge on X-ray and findings. The at least 7 liver cysts, the 1.3 centimeter cyst measuring 6 Houndfield units in the portal venous phase. No pain. Outside, smooth flesh. 2 findings not posted. Pallor, fear. Another December Wednesday, and the canopy of deep green, a windless blizzard of sharp points flecking, falling, the scatter of splinters, my giant camphor tree dispatched. Only a medicinal scent and pink-fleshed chips. Oak root fungus silently ate the roots that fed and held it for 50 years. Orange-vested men grind its limbs to bits, suck them up the chute, haul them off. It's winter warm, good for growing fungus underground. There's algae in the pond's yellow shallows, and the frogs have disappeared. This one is to a fossil. A jawbone was found in Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania, in 1959. So this is to a fossil. Hide and seek. A run under palm frond canopies after someone like me must have drowsed on jackal pelts. You, rank with sweat, steaming forearms, forelegs tangled, listening in the yellow-eyed dark for the crackle of a step from the stream bed where river cresses grow. You slept away millennia in sediment with hare and fish and bird, once carrion of the hawk circling above. Even now, he eyes the rifted gorge, spies your jaw. You, blood to stone, to hand, my hand, that pulls you from the hot earth, speechless. And more body parts. Toxic, and this is with apologies to William Butler Yeats, or maybe thanks to him. It's a sonnet. Toxic. A terrible beauty was born and slept, well, feigned sleep through an endless night, crouching brilliant and black, hungering deep inside your marrow. Today it leaps, exciting cells, the white and white and white. We walk the halls, you, me, our chrome-plated friend, four-legged on wheels, swinging plastic bags as if they were hair, clear fluid sloshing with every step, tubes dripping a potion into your veins. 10 cc's for 4 hours, 30 cc's for 10 minutes. Will idarubicin, vincristine stop it dead, or does it hide, waiting? Farmer's market. It is Friday. His doctor scans the blood work, the IgAs, the IgMs, the absolute neutrophils, the lymphocytes, a protein spike. A sudden rustle of paper and the way wind kicks fall leaves, a clicking fax as a woodpecker pierces bark with his beak to the bare trunk. But what does it mean, he wants to know. The doctor, placing her face close to his, answers, myeloma. And when he winces, she insists, don't you want to know? And yet, the blood, the urine, normal. Another draw, another vein, another week to wait, as inside his bone marrow, he knows tumors grow, wonders how fatigue and pain slide into death. Dark, charred clumps, pools of heirloom tomatoes, gnarled and whirly, breed for generations. Beans and fertile eggs burst their shells, live, shrivel, die. Today it is Friday a week. The test results are due. Lemons rest mounded as always in the stall, tempting, luminous, lit from within by early sun. Shall I buy them? lemons to juice, to squeeze or freeze in cubes for the future. He passes the mound. The call. Normal on all counts. Why not lemons then? The zest, translucent shavings of peel, fragrant, with oil, they perfume the thumb and forefinger. And of course he buys them. 12. 1 fat dozen. Not for their flesh or seeds, but for tomorrow's juice. Mrs. Krieg's house rises from the street like a behemoth, frowning, brownstone face mounting 4, 5 stories to slit-eyed windows that watch you from the street. You have to know the rules here, because Mrs. Krieg accompanied Rudolf Serkin, 4 hands, 2 pianos, and so she knows how to do everything the right way, which is why you have to sit only here on the straight back side chair, not there on the flowered tufted one with mauve flocking, where her daughter, the one with the lobotomy, sat and wet her pants, and Mrs. Krieg had to reupholster, which is why you don't interrupt someone older, and why only Auntie Ida, her other daughter, can pour water from a crystal pitcher into goblets just up to a certain level that Mrs. Krieg says, I can't see, which is why I can't pour. But I can see more than the water level, and Uncle Cecil Bryn knows I can. This is part 6, so I'm skipping. And this is a prose poem. Grandmother Julia's cooking eggs in her Pullman kitchen. Soft cooked for my darling, she says. Words from crevices inside her tidy heart. So private, so open. Her slender frame, long neck inclined over eggs, spoon from their shells as though, years later I would call it courting, as though in some natural act. But I am 6, and this is spongy ground. Here's a woman, voice and body as if naked, unadorned, in the act of loving. I, who only know to skip a stone on Great Pond, to belly flop downhill on my sled. Julia cracks the shells, delicately scoops the eggs, yolks unbroken, into the paper-thin Haviland cup, flowered pink and green, presents it to Granddaddy, an offering from her porcelain hands, his birthright. I have seen him smile, a kingly smile for this. Part 8. However, it's not the end of the book, but it's the end of my reading. Sit on Granddaddy's lap. I am 2 times 6 years. Another Midwest visit, convening blood and marriage in one crowded room. And I oblige. My long legs swing easily. No need to climb up anymore. Around me, dull gray chatter. Hattie, Auntie Ida and CB. Julia, mother. Granddaddy's hands, warm and firm, circle my waist. The chatter hums. Slowly, the hands move up. My colt legs stiffen, swing fast off his lap. No one has seen. Everyone has seen. Has anyone seen? Opaque voices sit on Granddaddy's lap. I do not move. Auntie Ida stands apart. Ida, of the never smile thin lips. Ida, who I know doesn't like me. Auntie says loud and firm, she's too old for that. Leave her be. And they listen. Thank you all.